Okay, Coach, thank you. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is in uptown Charlotte, North Carolina at Bank of America Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between our visitors and the Carolina Panthers. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Let's go!
Nuts! 180! Value one!
I'm coming after you!
Blue draw corkers!
Check!
Now Goff on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Todd. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. An early statement on the game's first play. 18 yards and a first down. They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That burst good for 20 and a first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now it's gone. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
What we got?
From the gun, here's Goff. And that will be incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
And that hits the crossbar and comes back no good. And by just a couple of inches, this remains a scoreless game. All things considered, a pretty good kick, just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck, and unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
On the ground, this is Derrick Henry, pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
Get it.
On second down, it's Henry, and he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory.
They cannot block us.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Ready.
Mike, 54 is Mike. Check. Watch.
Hey, Sam on.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D. Alert 3.
80 weapon.
Go.
Let go.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on third down.
On the ready.
54. Mike, 54.
Hey, high 7.
There you go. Hey, watch 7.
Let's go.
On first down, Tracy.
Go.
And this is taking him one-handed. What a catch.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They're becoming a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are, and I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing. I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
54, Mike.
Go.
It's a party.
Ready.
Throwing on first down. Tracy. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. From 10 yards out, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much about.
And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Carolina. A big play there. Touchdown number 22 on the season as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
He's got daylight. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. That'll go down as a 99-yard kick return. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Such an electric play, so much fun to watch, and you need all 11 guys in sync for that to be successful, don't you?
Without a doubt. That's teamwork to be able to put it all together. But that play is really probably the most exciting 10 seconds in football.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Kill!
Super one! Super one!
59's Mike. 59.
Goff now looks to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get it. And look at this, it's a fake. And this is going to come up well short as they stop him on 4th down. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense. And that will force a turnover on downs.
Ready? 30 base.
55. Hey, eat.
22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber.
65. Big edge.
Hut.
Now a handoff here to the running back. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Here I go.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle. And oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right? Because that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time. And you've got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
X3, 218, chopper.
Maverick.
Starting the drive with a give to Mack. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Hey, kill. Check 24. Check 24.
From his goal line here, Goff. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. It's a Carolina first down on a gain of 16. Goff now already over 100 yards passing in this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. Now Goff. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Well, you got a receiver here who's got 1 touchdown already in this first quarter, and they were trying to double his pleasure there. Wanting to continue to go to the guys already gotten into the end zone. But good coverage and make sure that this time it fell incomplete.
On 2nd and 10, Goff. And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. Clelin Ferrell in there for the sack, and it's an important one from a personal standpoint, as that is sack number 100 in what has certainly been a terrific career to this point. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And they will not get the snap off here. This is going to back him up halfway. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
Get in the weight room. Shift.
Hold on. Check. Value 1.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Todd. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or 2 short, and it's 4th down. An update from around the league as our first one comes from New Orleans. And it's an early lead there for the... Now they're going to try this again. It's another fake. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool them. And the Vikings, they have the football now. Excellent field position.
Set. 60 outlaw.
54. I'm on.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Check.
Right up.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
They begin the drive with a grab with Mack.
Watch the twist, watch the twist.
And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Super one. Be ready.
First carry now for the Memphis man, Darrell Henderson. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
40's mine. 40's mine. Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball right here. 12.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Goff.
Don't get nervous.
Looking left side, and it's complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 39. And he's over 100 yards now after that last catch. Already, of course, leading the NFL in receiving yardage.
So he's done nothing at all to hurt his cause to stay in that spot. But I've been so impressed with how he's gotten it done. Body control, route running. How about the way he competes for the football at the end of the play?
61, matchbox, lights.
We got motion. Back up.
Throwing on 2nd down. Goff. He's going to look deep down the field. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. The Panthers on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10.
Listen. Mike 40.
Hey, Alpha.
Check, he's coming.
Go. Out of the gun. Gone. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. They're spotted at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason.
Ready to break.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
Ready.
We got 3, fellas, we got 3. Watch twist.
Big grip.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. It'll be a 45-yard punt and couple that with a loss on the return. And the Panthers will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory.
Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on.
first down. They'll start out with Mack. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. On second down, here's a run with Mack. And some room to roam now. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down. Even from up here in the booth, the play-by-play guy could tell that there was some pretty good blocking on the right side of the line.
Well, you have good eyes, and it's almost like a ballet when it's executed that well. Everyone in the right spot, everyone in sync, everyone hitting the perfect notes. A little more percussion and a lot more bass, I would think, than you get your normal ballet. But at the same time, that was well executed.
Henderson now on 1st and 10. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
It's easy work.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple yards out of it. Because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. The Panthers on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Motion. Hey, check motion man. Put your hands on him.
Hey, exit.
Motion man.
Back to throw. Gone.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there, House.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 45-yard line.
It's a party now. Mike 40.
They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack.
I'm all over you.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
12.
Check 59, Mike. Mike is 59. Mike the 59.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Goff. And he'll find Henderson there. It's complete. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and they're going to have a 3rd down. The Panthers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Hey, Delta.
Here we go, G. Mike's 40. Mike.
A shotgun snap for Goff. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
Out is Carlson now for the Raider field goal. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So that drive began at their own 3. They wind up getting 3 out of it.
And to me, the mentality to begin the drive, that was probably the key to everything. Let's just make sure we take care of the football, give ourselves some room, and maybe punt it away. Instead, it started at the 3, and it ended with 3 points.
Here we go.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Throwing to start the drive. Tracy. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. Now the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
He's not going to get me.
Watch twist.
Yep. Let's go.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
They don't want it, fellas.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Let's go. 18 Gator.
Check. Watch 54.
Blue draw Corkers.
All right. Here we go. Let's go.
Hey, Orbit.
Hey, let's get this. He's coming. We got double up.
Mike's 54. Mike's 50.
Hey.
Bandit.
80 weapon.
Hey, let's
go.
Back to throw. Tracy.
Tighten up. Pull it together.
And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. We'll call that a 47-yard punt, a return of just 3. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they've got to make sure they love him out because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Quick hitter here is complete. Yeah, they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 13 yards, 1st down, Panthers. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 1st down, Henderson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And I'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. On 2nd and 11 now. Goff throwing the out route and complete. That's Manning. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
DC.
Yeah, check. Hey, Mike. Hey, no.
On 1st and 10, Goff.
Hey, let's pin the mirrors back.
He'll take a shot for the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, and they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
2nd down, it's Henderson. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
From the red zone now, Goff. That's taken in by Henderson. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
That's what I'm talking.
A gain of 4 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd down.
Heavy on the edges.
Throwing again is Goff. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. Jonathan Abram able to make the play defensively.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one.
Let's go.
Throwing on 3rd. Goff.
Guys, it's game situation.
And it'll be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds.
Okay, ready?
Mike's 5-4. Mike's 5-4.
Quarterback, don't get nervous.
Protein spill. Ready?
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
2 sacks last week. Another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. And he will score. Touchdown,
Give me the ball every
Vikings.
time, fellas. I'm going to score.
As his guys are in for 6. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage.
And that lead is now 7 with a chance to go to 8 or more if they want to get crazy here, which we don't expect. But I just know the way the game's being played with the analytics, there's going to be a lot more of going for 2 in a lot of situations, isn't there?
Yeah, there's going to be. And I think their focus here, they don't want to give up anything going into the lockers on the other, and just a little bit of time left on the clock.
Yeah, they don't want to do anything to erase the good feeling they have right now by getting this late score in the half.
And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Check 55.
2nd and 10 now from the 27.
Hold on. Check.
Not wanting to take a chance this time. They'll keep it on the ground. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Here we go.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Goff. And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. He sets to fire deep. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 12. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators, they sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about. He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
Check 55 to Mike. I'm coming.
61, matchbox.
They'll run it again with Henry. And he's going to get this inside the 30. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings.
Ready up.
A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10.
I'm going to run you. Shoot.
Looking to throw. Tracy, caught by Henry. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32.
Okay, baby,
A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough.
Got it.
So they had the big loss on that first down pass play. And facing a second and long.
He's checking. Crash. Kill.
Look at me. Dog, hit it.
2nd and 15. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Set.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Hey, foxtrot, foxtrot.
Mike 55.
Clear.
Hey, watch the lane.
Mike 55. Mike 55.
Lee Griffin.
Back to throw. Tracy. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 14. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Squeeze. I got you, son. I got you, son.
After the interception, here's Gall. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Jonathan Abram picks him, and they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. But the passing game right now for them, not overly impressive. Last week, he hit on right at 50%. This week, he's under 50%.
And it's not just on him. Protection, few breakdowns along the way. That's making him get off the spot. Receivers not getting their way open.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings.
Yeah, way to go.
Derrick Henry with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Vikings capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Elliott Good with a PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Panthers out there ready to begin their next drive. And last time, 1 play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
20.
57.
Obama.
From the 50, it's gone.
Ready?
Going up top. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man. And you got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. We have not seen a whole lot of wide open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the score. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off around the 41. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it, and that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Ready?
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
55. We own them. We own them.
Slam.
6-6. Bullet high. Now.
Throwing again. Tracy. This is caught. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
It's gotten to the point where we see guys like that make that type of a catch, Not fair goes through my brain. That size, that speed, and now they're acting like wide receivers too.
Yeah, tight end one-handed catches. They're wide receiver one-handed catches nowadays.
Just not right.
No gain there as he kept it himself at second down. Another shot from the one on second and goal. Trying to punch it in with Henry. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. Line of scrimmage at the 4. Here's third and goal.
Watch 54. I'm coming. Under crush, under fire.
Now a handoff looking right.
Go,
And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Vikings capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Elliott good on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And a penalty marker's down on the field. And they might be backing up a bit here to start the drive.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
Dot, 180.
Let's go.
Value 3. Value 3.
Let's go, D. Tighten up. Kill.
Hey, lift. Touch.
On first down, it's gone.
Get him.
And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. Well, obviously, that is declined, and the result is a safety.
And what a momentum play that is, right? You never want to see a safety wiped out. You get the points, and you're going to get the ball back.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
Down.
Here are the Vikings
70,
now to
Indy.
start their next drive. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
Now, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them, every move they make works, it clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10.
Kill.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Ready.
Mike's 5-4. Come off the ball hard. You go tight. You got tight right there.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. And he is going to lose yardage here. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
Good starting position for the Panthers as they come up first and 10 at the 41-yard line. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Hey, no, switch the mic right now.
From the 44, Goff. And a quick throw here, that's complete. This one good for a first down, and also that is catch number 90 for him now on the season. Goff now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's first and 10. They'll run here with Mack. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. Make it now 3 tackles for a loss in this game, 1 for each quarter.
And for a guy who played defense in college, I can just tell you that he's feeling very satisfied right now by what he's doing. But he's elated because he knows what he's doing is helping his team win the game right now. Making some big-time plays, getting into the offense's backfield and spilling everything.
The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12. Here's Goff. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion. Got a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Check.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Throwing left side, it's complete. Give him 18. It's a Carolina first down. Goff now nearing the 300-yard mark with still a quarter to play. It's 1st and 10. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Panthers are able to cut into this lead. So Goff will lead his guys up to the line to go for the 2-point conversion.
Tiger. Hey, seam 6.
57's Mike. Mike 57. 57.
Goff now looking to throw. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line.
Well, they tried to get 2 and ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready. And the Vikings able to recover. The hands team does its job. And he lost the football. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Here we go. Set. 18 Gator. You ain't doing nothing today. Smoke. Deep grip.
On 1st and 10. Tracy. That is caught at the 7. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Come on,
3
set.
red zone trips,
60
3
or.
touchdowns so far. They'll look for a 4th on
spell.
2nd and goal.
Get it.
And again this time to the tailback. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Set. Ready. 60.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now.
Ready. Let go.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal.
Set. 90 Wolf.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. Tracy, he's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. From 3 yards out. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? The other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning, right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points, said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Silver.
From the gun, here's Goff. He's got his man, it's Andrews. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one goes for 24 yards.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
Single receiver.
33-yard line.
57's the mic. 57's the mic. Record. 12. 57's the mic. 57's the mic.
To throw again on second down. Goff throwing the out route and complete. That's Henderson. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Goff in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. That's going to be caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. They'll look to run with Henderson. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Darrell Henderson, his second touchdown on the season. And the Panthers, they're able to draw a bit closer.
Could not block that one any better. Everyone was accounted for, and a great surge by the offensive line.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to 18. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35.
At their own 36-yard line.
On the ready.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. Where Brandon Pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage, they've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Back to throw. Tracy.
Let's get the ball.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Frank Clark in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on.
And they're going to fake it from deep in their own own territory. And he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line.
Red flare. Merlin.
Tighten up.
Hey, Wahoo.
Mike 40, Mike 40.
Chula.
Watch the edge.
They'll run on first down. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Got three. Three down. Shift.
Value three. 17.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Goff. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. From 8 yards out. And the Panthers are able to cut into this lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
Ready, set.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
First down, Toronto.
Let's go
So
now.
here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
You go night. Time to go night.
Now it's Henry. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Ready.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down.
Watch the flat motion. Pop.
Shoot.
Derrick Henry. Slam. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Let's bring it.
On 3rd down, Henry. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. It might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
Let's go.
So a big break. The roughing the kicker called on 4th down leads to 1st and 10.
Fighter. Speed Ripper.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Another nice pickup through the air. And I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon. But with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Come on now, let's
They're
go.
down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we
West.
sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
Back to you.
Go.
On first down, Tracy looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
You got to be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
Wide, get wide.
Let's go.
On second down, here's Henry. And he will make his way back to where he started from, and that's all. As we will make our way to the 2-minute warning. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got it 3rd and goal here as they try to finish off their victory. Looking to throw. Tracy to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. And the kick by Elliott is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. While it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 46. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost like they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe...
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Let's go.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Trying to lay one up deep. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. It's a big one there for the Vikings. 47 yards. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Back to throw. Tracy to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Minkah Fitzpatrick. He's at the 50, 30, 20, 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Panthers.
Come on, guys.
And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And checking the timeouts, they do have two defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. The run there on first down, going to get them 5 up to the 30. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Ball on the 30, they'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Here we go.
Check 31, check 31.
Hit it.
And he'll give it here to his running back. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Victory formation time for the Vikings as they'll take a knee here.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 35-yard line.
Here we go. 10 Lobo.
65.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make it.
Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it.
It's a loss of a yard, and it's 3rd down. Today's final score, Vikings.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for our visitors, it's a win they needed, if for nothing else than their sanity, as they move to 4-6. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, it's a bit of a setback as they drop to 6-4 now. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Glendale to take on the Cardinals. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.